Hello, good morning everyone. Hi, my name is Cameron. Welcome to my kitchen here in Thailand, and today I'm going to be doing a step-by-step tutorial video on how to make homemade hummus. So we've got some fresh chickpeas here. This will be the base of our hummus. And then we've got all kinds of other wholesome ingredients. It's a plant-based, vegan, dairy-free, delicious, easy recipe. It'll take us just about 10 minutes when you have all the ingredients just to throw them into the blender, or you can use a food processor. Mix these together and then you'll have a batch of homemade delicious hummus. This will store in the fridge for several days. It's a great dip or spread, something to share, something to enjoy on your own. You can add it to some gluten-free bread or some homemade wraps or tortillas, and I've got all kinds of recipes like this on my website on roottorise.online, so you can check that out for other recipes or ways to use your hummus. You can also get super experimental, so here and through Root to Rise with Holistic Health, I try to encourage culinary confidence. So I'm going to give the base of a hummus, but I always, along the way and as we go, we'll give a lot of tips and tricks, things you can add in, so you can make maybe turmeric hummus or beetroot hummus. You can roast a red pepper hummus. There's all kinds of different variations you can do from using this exact same base recipe. So we'll get started this morning. I'll run through our ingredients really quickly. Maybe you're cooking along with me here, and leave comments and questions as we go. Let me know your favorite type of hummus or other recipes that you would like to try. And yeah, next time, if you subscribe to my newsletter, the link is in my bio, or roottorise.online. You'll know the live demo schedule. You can grab your ingredients and cook in real time along with me, up-leveling your culinary confidence and learning a new plant-based vegan recipe, also gluten-free. So, all right, let's get started. Here I've got a bunch of chickpeas that I've just slightly warmed. I make normally a big batch. Instead of using canned chickpeas to boil your own, you can soak them overnight. This helps a lot with the digestion of beans. So soak your beans overnight and then cook them. Just put them in water and boil for like 30 to 40 minutes or just until tender. Then you can use what you want. Make a batch of hummus. I made some hummus the other day and then just froze the chickpeas, slightly reheat them or thaw them in the fridge. And then you'll have your fresh soaked chickpeas, which is a lot better for your digestion. So, easy. We've got a bunch of chickpeas. We will add those into our blender. I'm curious what everybody's favorite type of hummus is. If you're here with me, let me know if it's just the traditional classic hummus or whether you like some of the flavored ones, because these are super fun and, again, easy to play around with. All right, so we've got our hummus. Next, we will add our tahini. So this is raw sesame paste. It's super nutritious, as are sesame seeds. So we're doing about like 2 cups, excuse me, about 2 cups of chickpeas that I didn't measure out so much. Again, we're just going off of measurements, but we'll also go off of taste and excuse me, intuition. So we've got 2 cups chickpeas. We're gonna do about 1/4 a cup or 1/3 a cup of tahini. So I'm gonna do about 5 big spoonfuls. Of tahini. And you can normally find this in your health food store or grocery store. It's just the raw sesame paste, typically by the nut butters. Super delicious. So making sure raw tahini. You can also make amazing salad dressings with the tahini. This is my go-to. It's so delicious and filling and nutritious, and yes. All right, we've got someone here telling us we love the classic hummus and loves to get experimental. Me too. Same. Hi, Grace. Thank you. All right, so we've got our chickpeas and our and tahini. We're also going to be adding in some olive oil and water. So olive oil, we're just going to do a little splash. Again, maybe like a fourth a cup of tahini, a fourth a cup of olive oil, a fourth a cup of water. But again, we're just going to play around here. So just giving 1, 2, 3, something like this. We'll also add a bit of water, but the water as well, we'll just do a splash, and then as we blend it, we can adjust the consistency by adding more water and playing around there. All right, so next in our hummus, I love to add cumin. This one is a go-to. So let's do like a teaspoon of cumin. For a little bit of flavor, we'll add a pinch of salt, so maybe like a fourth to a half a teaspoon of salt. I don't salt my food so much. I let the people salt the food if they're eating my food, so just minimal is best. All right, what else? Our lemon and lime. So next you want to add like juice of 1 lemon or a lime. I've got like a quarter, a third of a lemon, and then 1 lime. So we're just going to put it all in there and see what we're working with. We've got another person here loving hummus. Thank you for joining. For those of you joining in now, we're making some homemade hummus. Super easy recipe. We're filling our blender here. We've got our chickpeas, about 2 cups chickpeas, tahini, raw tahini paste, olive oil. We've added cumin, salt. Now let's add in our lemon juice. Things falling. All right, so adding in our lemon or lime juice, whatever you have on hand will work, just some sort of citrus. And then I've also got some sun-dried tomatoes here, so I was thinking to play around a little bit today and pulsing those in after we blend our hummus, so like a sun-dried tomato hummus flavor. Because I think I love hummus, and then if you add the tomatoes on top, it's super delicious. So I'm thinking maybe we could be a little experimental here, see what's happening this morning with our creative flow, and add in those sun-dried tomatoes into the hummus. So at this stage too, when you add things into the blender is where you would get experimental. So using this same base of ingredients that we've gone through, and then adding in any other toppings. So if you wanted to make turmeric hummus, maybe adding in like 2 teaspoons, starting with 2 teaspoons turmeric, and then you can adjust it as you go. You could also add in maybe steam or cook a little bit of beetroot, and then add that in, and then you'll have a nice vibrant pink. If you could also experiment maybe with beetroot powder and see if that would work, adding in color and extra nutrients and flavor into the hummus. If you have some roasted red pepper or wanted to home roast some red pepper, putting it in the oven until the skin is like falling off and it's browned, remove the seeds and the skin and throw in maybe like 2 or 3 roasted red peppers. That would be super delicious. Yeah, okay, next step, we're gonna add in garlic. So let's add in 2 cloves garlic. I'm a big fan of garlic, and this is one thing that super makes the hummus flavorful and nutritious. A little tip for chopping garlic, I like to just slice the end here, slice the end off, and then press it with the back of the knife, and then the skin will just kind of fall off. So that's an easy way to peel all of your garlic. You can kind of pinch it at the top when you're taking off its little shell. And we'll just chop a little bit and throw it in. So you can see here we're just basically throwing all of our ingredients into the blender. We're gonna mix it and make a lot of magic here. Yeah! moringa and seaweed instead of salt. This is a nice suggestion. Thank you so much. Yeah, seaweed could be a really fun flavor there. Kind of give it also like a little bit of a fishy paste, but also you get super high nutrition from seaweed, and it's salty. So this could be a really cool flavor. Maybe adding, making the hummus base with a nori sheet. Yeah, this could be really interesting and nice. Maybe a dash of soy sauce, maybe a tiny bit of mustard. Make some sort of spread that would be tasty. I like the creative thinking here. Awesome, thank you. All right, so we've got our base ingredients here, except for a little bit of water that will sieve in towards the end. And we've got our homemade sun-dried tomatoes with our dehydrator. So I think we'll pulse this, get the right consistency, and then add in a few sun-dried tomatoes. So let's go ahead and see what we're creating here. Grabbing your blender, and let's see what comes up. Super good. All right, so tips on consistency here. So my blender is not the best. It's even a little bit broken. So just knowing your equipment a bit, how to work with it. Maybe you need to scrape down the sides a bit. If you're working with a food processor as well, this might be a little bit different here with consistencies and how your hummus blends. But we are looking for that traditional hummus type of consistency. So it's not super runny, it's still thick, but it's not so hard. So you can play around here. That's why I leave out some of the water and sieve it in as we're blending. So we've got a nice consistency here. It's still not like kind of getting that vortex in the blender. We'll add a little bit more liquid, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple more, a couple sun-dried tomatoes at this point. We'll also add a little bit of this olive oil from the sun-dried tomatoes. That will be delicious. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Maybe we'll be adding in a little bit of water now as we mix this. Let's see what happens. Let's see. This is looking super amazing. All right, yes, we're getting a perfect consistency here. The sun-dried tomatoes already smell amazing. I'm gonna add just a few more. Some of the herbs from the olive oil. I love to save this and cook with it. It gives a lovely flavor. You can also add in, if you wanted, maybe like a pinch of oregano or dried thyme, any kind of fresh herbs. Maybe with this mix, I think will go well as well. So what should we get here? Dried oregano or dried thyme? Maybe a pinch of both. Let's do both. Why not? So let's just put in a pinch because that's super fun. Getting experimental here. Maybe like half a teaspoon or so of each. Some dried oregano and dried thyme. So we're being just very intuitive this morning as we feel, just kind of tapping into those culinary feelings of what we think will be good, what we think will go together, and then we always just try it out and see what happens. All right, so we'll give a little mix. Wow, it's so beautiful. I've actually never done this blend before. I just kind of thought it would be fun and had the ingredients on hand. So super happy that you're here experimenting with me this morning. All right, let's give it another mix. And then I think our hummus is ready. Magic. Let's show you here what we've made. Some delicious hummus, sun-dried tomato, and fresh herb. Wow, I'm so excited. All right, let's transfer it into a bowl, maybe give it a little try. Wow. Amazing with the sun-dried tomato. Wow, you did amazing here. Beautiful creation. All right, so now we just transfer this to a bowl. You can decorate the top nice and beautiful. As you taste it, you can adjust. Maybe if you wanted to add more lime or lemon juice, another pinch of salt, more of the fresh herbs, another garlic clove. Always you can taste and then adjust to your preferences. Because again, there is no right or wrong here. So we've played. I'm happy and satisfied with this bunch. If I had another lime or something, maybe I would do half another lime, but I think we've nailed it. You've infused it with all your helping and loving energy, so thank you so much. Let's put it into a bowl and then can talk a little bit about like display if you wanted to take your hummus to share with friends or for a potluck. You can easily just put it in a container, but you can also decorate the top just for that little extra added mindfulness and love to make it beautiful and really something wow. So let's do in a container, not the right one. All right, the top is somewhere around here. All right, so I will be taking my hummus to share later this evening with a group of lovely women. So I'm gonna bring it in a container and then we'll decorate the top a little bit just of the container that we bring. That way we open it up, it's already prepped and ready to go. Actually, I'll do that after maybe we photo this one for the vlog and I can put this recipe onto the vlog for you. So let's do it in a bowl. Sorry, switch up, but you can do it in bowl, pre-prepare. You can do it in a container, whatever you're taking it in, and decorate it right there. And then you just take your dish ready to go. But let's add this one to the vlog. Sun-dried tomato, sun-dried tomato herb hummus. Delicious. All right, so grabbing your bowl, whatever you wish to serve it in, and then we'll just scoop our hummus straight in. Wow, and it smells so nice. We've used wholesome ingredients, especially when you're soaking your chickpeas. This will help a lot with the digestion. You can make a big batch of this, great for lunches, or you can just add a scoop onto a salad. You can super get creative once you just have this pre-prepared healthy snack in your fridge. All right, so just clearing the blender here. Sometimes it's hard to get around those blades. If you have a food processor, this also works and might be a little easier there. You just lift the blade and can easily scrape around. All right, so I think that's pretty good. Getting all the gold from your container. All right, and then here you're just gonna press around a little bit until you get a desired shape you want. Maybe some sort of swirl if you want to put in olive oil drizzle or so, but something like Anything. Good. Anything beautiful when you do it with love. All right, so we have our bowl here. Next, let's see, we used a lot of, let's add a couple sun-dried tomatoes. So again, going from another jar, we'll put a couple whole ones on top. Just right there in the middle for a nice display. Good. So also if you were doing roasted red pepper or something, a hummus like this, you can save a little bit, chop it to put in the middle of the bowl like a little display. Also, we could have saved a couple chickpeas, just like 3, 5 random chickpeas, and then you put those on top as well for a beautiful display. You can put other ideas for on the top is fresh herbs if you want to chop some cilantro or have some beautiful leaves there. Maybe because we're using some dried herbs, we'll sprinkle a little bit of dried oregano on the top. I think that will be nice. If you have a lemon wedge, you can put that on top. Anything just here to get kind of decorative, and the ingredients that you've already been using, kind of just pull from those and add them onto the top. You can add a nice paprika sprinkle. This is a classic that's also beautiful and adds a little extra flavor and deliciousness. So here we have our hummus with our tomatoes on top and some oregano. Super, super beautiful and delicious. If you want to add a little bit more olive oil, you can do like a little swirl on the top. We can add a little bit of black pepper. If you wanted to add this inside the hummus as well, do so. Anything you want. You can always get creative, make it yours. Make it a very intuitive recipe and just tapping into what you want, what you don't want, making it meet your preferences. You never have to go exactly off of a recipe, it's guidelines, especially the recipes I share. I love for you to take in your creative energy as well, so using maybe the structure, measurements as guidelines, but always swapping ingredients as well for what's regional for you or what you have on hand in your kitchen. Adding this vegetable instead of that one, or more of this and less of this, just kind of playing around here. Building up the confidence to just get experimental. So I think we've made a great experiment this morning. Thank you for your confidence boost as well, and for joining me, and all your feedback and tips and comments. And yeah, thank you so much. We've made a beautiful product here. I can't wait to share it. Yeah, it's so, so, so amazing. Thank you, everybody. Let me know what hummuses you love if you want to try this one. I will post the replay on my IGTV channel, so check it out there. I've got all my live demos, so you can find a recipe, go step by step with me through the process, and get all kinds of health tips as we go. So join me next week. We're going to be making cacao truffle balls with dates and cacao and all kinds of deliciousness, a sweet little treat, energy boost, wholesome ingredients. That will be really fun. So join me Monday, 9 a.m. Thailand time for this. Find the live demo schedule along with recipes and holistic health tips on my newsletter, so you can subscribe. The link is in my profile bio here on Instagram, or search on the web, roottorise.online, and you'll find it. So make sure to subscribe for free. All kinds of holistic lifestyle health, diet, mental health, spirituality, mind, body, spirit here for full body health and healing and maintaining to create optimum health and happiness. So thank you all so much for joining. Join me next week's live demo. Subscribe to the newsletter. Purchase my cookbook. I've got a new cookbook out on Amazon. I'd be super happy for your support as a chef, as an artist, photographer, writer, creator, self-publisher, everything. I've poured my heart and soul into this book, so your support is so, so much appreciated. You can find it on Amazon, Quest for Zest Thailand. You can as well find it on my Instagram shop here and on the website. So if you love the free content that I share, the recipes, the live demos, all this I just do from my heart. So a way for you to support me back or do your little random act of kindness for the day, you can purchase my Quest for Zest Thailand cookbook, plant-based, gluten-free, based on the authentic Thai menu. Your support is so much appreciated. And if you have the book, please send me a review. I would love this. Write a review on Amazon. Wow, this really is so important. Or DM me a message of your thoughts, your comments, anything. I'm happy to collect some of these reviews to share with others so we can continue to spread the love, spread the plant-based power and vibes, and raise collectively the vibration all around us through our food. One delicious recipe at a time. Very beautiful. I love our hummus today. I'm so excited to enjoy this later this evening. I will post the recipe on the blog as well as here on the IGTV channel. So if you're just now joining or want a replay of how to make hummus, come back, find the measurements or how we did, check the IGTV channel or the blog. So I think that's all this morning. Thank you so much everybody for joining. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning or evening. Sending you lots of love and blessings. I hope you make a beautiful dish of hummus this week, homemade hummus stored in the fridge. Think of Root to Rise, tag me in your creations, send me some photos of your creation, and yeah, let me know that you're enjoying the live demos and the recipes and taking your health back into your hands and reclaiming your power. Yes, okay. That's all for now, everybody. See you next week. Thank you for joining, and talk soon. Lots of love.